Boko Haram are not terrorists. Fulani S-men that have been designated as the fourth most dangerous organization in the world, terrorist organization in the world, are not terrorists. ISWAP are not terrorists. But social media is the biggest terrorist organization in the whole of Nigeria. Not for me. Who made asked my Sultan of Sokoto, and we have the videos. He said it yesterday, Wednesday. Mr. Chedu Marquez, but if you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, and drop your comments. Then click the like button, like, and also share with others. Mr. Chedu Marquez, a big bombshell in Nigeria. Social media is the biggest noise in Nigeria. What do you have to say about it from Sultan?
I don't know because where he got that understanding, because I know that it looks like they are sensing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu might be deviating from the original plan over the issue that has to do with conquest by force. Fulfilling, the last generation of Uthman Danfodio in Nigeria. They came. I wonder how it took Uthman Danfodio from 1904 to 1804 to 1808 to conquer the whole northern, just 4 years to conquer the whole northerners. Unfortunately, but what we're saying at that point is that his elements, his great-grandchildren are still maintaining that the Igbo land must be Islamized, and anything that will be exposing that agenda to the world must be seen as a terrorist organization. That tells you what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what happened to Simon Ekpa, why the conspiracy against people who are exposing the atrocities and agenda of the Islamization. It became very prominent under Buhari, and the battle was transferred to Muslim ticket under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But whether the Yorubas like it or not, Tinubu is running an agenda that's in tone with Islamization agenda. I can tell you, he agreed, the power did, the engineer did. When Jonathan was president of Nigeria, we saw how these people with Jonathan, Buhari, and all of them, including Atiku, came together and formed a Islamic military against Jonathan's regime. We saw the bombing of the United Nations. We saw the kidnapping in Chibok. We saw a lot of things, strange things happening. With that, they were able to discredit Jonathan's government. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was part of that agreement, and the consequences of it, he will face it. Anybody that championed these people that went as far as renegated the issue that has to do with the Aburi Accord, destroyed an Igbo's way to war for good years. 7 million, 6 million Igbos were slaughtered, and they said, the Bible said that the hand of sword will not depart from there. Then I'm telling you, what is going to face them will be more. But I can tell you that the Igbo land, the Biafran land, is the red line for anything Islamization.
That Igbos cannot be Islamized.
We've seen the Southwest alone, the Yorubas already have gotten up to 40% Islam. Or 50%, let me tell it that way. So, like the son of Sokoto said, it will be very easy to overrun them. They're not the problem. But I am telling you that Nigeria, let them separate and do. Now they're saying Odua Nation. What is going to happen to Odua Nation? What is going to happen to over 6 million people that were killed by the Northerners? Just because they said, please, we don't want to be part of this agreement.
But many governors are building mosques.
Let me tell you, if they are building mosques, as you said, of what is the significance, what is the number? Somebody can just go and do that anyway, like other parts of the world. But what is the impact? There's no impact. They cannot go to a community of 10 people and you see a Fulani man there. So there's nothing like Fulani. Our blood, our generation does not lie with Britain. Our generation does not lie with the Fulanis. Our generation does not lie with any of them. Our generation lied with the Jewish kingdom. So we are, even without the British, the colonial masters, or the Portuguese coming, we know our chi. That's the fact. We know our chi. We know where we belong. We know what to do. We know how to go about it. So if you are saying at this point in time now that Nigerians should not be reporting the calamity that is going on in different states of the country without government intervention, then you are saying anybody that is holding phone is a terrorist.
But what is more now,
including Tinubu's son, Sheyi, who is holding phone, is a terrorist. Anybody, Governor someone who is holding phone is a terrorist. Anybody that is holding anything that has to do with social media in Nigeria is a terrorist. That's what the Sultan of Sokoto is saying. And we must understand it like that.
Second to my case, 2 minutes more. Let us show our viewers the evidence. So, yesterday, he said it. That's the head of Islam Muslim in the whole of Nigeria. That's Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sahad Abubakar III. He said it. Social media is the biggest terrorist in Nigeria. But I'm looking at how about Boko Haram, how about the Fulani herdsmen who killed many people in Plateau State, even in Benue State.
They told you that Boko Haram is not a killer organization. That Boko Haram is fighting for freedom. Boko Haram is fighting for their rights. Well, have you been to these people? Have you engaged them for you to understand the perception, what they understand, what they mean by Boko Haram, what they mean by Fulanization, what they mean by Islamization, the relationship, the idea, the concept between them and those who align with them. But don't tell me that they are seeing what Boko Haram is. Why is it? Even if you see some of their governors pretending as if they are condemning these people, Northern Elders Forum or whatever, bros, behind the scene, they know that they have structures that are made to make sure that at the end of the day, even if it's going to take them 100 years, that Nigeria must fall into Islamic state. As that is the clear picture. That is the fact.
Now, let me allow you and our viewers to see the video of Sultan Sokoto. He said it, that social media is the biggest terrorist in Nigeria. Then we'll come back again and then go to Ghana. What's happening there? Now, after seeing the videos of Sultan Sokoto, let's go to Ghana. Ghana yesterday, the mayor, there's a video to it to show you that he said any cow on the street in Ghana, they should be sort of soup and give it to the prisoners. Can Nigeria make that same law?
Nigeria cannot make that law. And anybody, if you're expecting Nigeria to make that law, there's no, you wait until maybe the world is about to come to an end. Nigeria cannot make that law because you can see that everywhere you see they claim they are the owners of Nigeria. That's what they tell you. They control Nigeria. They control themselves. Thank God they control Nigeria. They cannot control Biafra. As simple as that.
They cannot control Biafra.
Yes, they control Nigeria, but they cannot control Biafra. Let them, that's why I said that those who believe in Nigeria, those who are Nigeria should join Nigerian military. As simple as that. Stop moving from one place to another, seeking for. Igbos are not interested. Most of them are already in Israel, undergoing different security, obtaining knowledge, doing a lot of innovation, going into technology. You know that the next generation of warfare is not shoot me, I shoot you. It requires some level of high tech, for you to conquer your enemy. But they are busy. Every morning you wake up in the morning, you see how thousands of cars are parading on the street, disturbing economic activities, and when they can't find anything on the city, they move it to your farmland and destroy it in less than 2 seconds. And that is what the Ghanaian government has already signaled, because it looks like there is massive uprising against the Fulanis in Nigeria, and their next target is going to be Ghana. So the Ghanaian government have sensed security threat from the Fulanis, and they have issued it clearly that no Fulani is wanted in Ghana with their cow. As simple as that. So if there's going to be over 200 million people uprising against the Fulanis of 16 million in Nigeria, then you know that their next target is Ghana, and Ghana is already building a defensive network already to resist the influence. Maybe that will help Nigeria sustain or reduce the level of massive killing that is going on. That the Sultan of Sokoto, who happened to be the head of the Islamic nation in Nigeria, saying it clearly that nobody is dying, nobody died in Nigeria, and that anybody that put up anything on social media is a terrorist.
See how that's South African Republic. You saw how they dealt with the Fulanis. Even Angola banned Islam. That's one side. But Ghana banned the S-men from their bushes. Nigeria is the jet of Africa. That's what we hear. We know or what we hear. Can't we copy from Ghana how they are dealing with the Fulanis?
Okay, there's nothing to copy because Nigeria can be sabotaged at any time. Anything you bring here can be sabotaged, and Nigeria is not meant to be. And that's why any day you wake up, all the blacks all over the world, all the youth, reasonable ones in Nigeria and beyond Africa, should stand up in 1 million ovation for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 1 million ovation for Simon Ekpa. Of course, we believe that they use their Arab links, with the U.S. President Barack Obama. They use their Arab link with Joe Biden. They also use their Arab link in the Middle East and in Kenya to perpetrate that kind of calamity against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was busy unveiling them. I keep on saying it, the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was as a result of what the damage he has done to the Fulanis, and they said we must not allow this man to survive. And that is why it's a clear signal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is already aligning with the Fulanis and pretending to be on the other side. Look at his appointment. There was no Igbo man that was appointed. He was busy Yorubalizing everywhere, and then Yorubas you are putting there are Arab Yorubas. You know what Arab Yorubas is? Nobody will tell you that language. Nobody will use that language for you. But they are Arab Yorubas, and these are the people who had the same link with Islamization agenda. The same people who brought Buhari. The same people who brought some of these things that has come to threaten the fabrics of unity of this country. And it's unfortunate we are experiencing it, and yet Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not deemed fit on assumption of office to release and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who even succeeded in saving more lives just because of what he said with his mouth.